You know what it is, y'all. We at war. So we going to go at them till the wheels fall off. You understand? They're going to concede in the end because we already got this victory. The Most High told us that. So only thing we got to do is endure and keep these law, statute, commandments and keep applying them and teaching them to our people. Hey, give me that first video. Yeah, give me that first video. Yeah, let's start with this first video right here.
We are here, and we're not going anywhere.
What was that? He said we are here, and we not going anywhere. Oh, give me that Obadiah. That bastard said we here and we ain't going nowhere. God got a different plan. They can think what they want to think, but thus saith the Lord.
The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1.
No, give me verse 3.
Verse 3. The pride of thine heart.
Who?
The pride of thine heart.
The pride of that bastard heart. He said we ain't going nowhere. Go ahead.
Hath deceived thee.
It did what?
Hath deceived thee.
The pride of his heart had deceived him. To make him think they ain't going nowhere. And God already said they're going to be wiped off the face of this earth. It ain't going to be one of them running around anymore. Go ahead.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Who else lived in the Caucasus Mountain? The word Caucasian means cave dweller. Who call themselves Caucasian? Them and their brothers and sisters. They call themselves Caucasian. They dwell in the cleft of the rock. Go ahead.
Whose habitation is high.
That's why you go downtown L.A., downtown Chicago, downtown Dallas. They got all these tall buildings over there. These damn 50, 60, in New York, they got 100 and something floors in there. For what? What one building need 100 and something floors for? Because it's just in their spirit. It's in his spirit. Go ahead.
That saith in his heart.
What he said?
That saith in his heart.
He said in his heart.
Who shall bring me down to the ground?
In his mind, he think he ain't going nowhere. Look at, we run the Diamond District. We run Hollywood. We run the radio. We run everything. The hotels, we run everything on this earth. Who going to bring this down to the ground? That's what that bastard just said a second ago. Go ahead and play it.
We are here, and we're not going anywhere, but to spread light and goodness and happiness among the sad and depressed nations. What can we do? You lost your opportunity.
He said among the sad, depressed nations. He said among the sad, depressed nations. What are you going to do? You lost your opportunity. Go ahead.
I offered you to accept the Torah, and you rejected it.
Hold on. He said he offered to accept the Torah, but we rejected it. God offered us a book, our book, and we rejected it. How the hell? I'm telling you, these people is crazy, man. These people think these guys are quiet and they're innocent. No, they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. They're the devil. Yo, listen, give me that in Habakkuk. I want Habakkuk 2, verse 4 and 5. Give me Habakkuk 2, verse 4 and 5. Them bastards right there, I'm telling you, they got some kahunas on them. They think this is theirs. Go ahead.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
He said his soul that's lifted up. We are here. We going nowhere. Y'all messed up. Yo, when you had the time to get the Torah, you denied it. You rejected it. Go ahead.
But the just shall live by his faith.
He said, but the just shall live by his faith. Go ahead.
Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man.
He's a proud man. He transgressed by wine. He transgressed by his philosophies, his doctrines. He's a proud man. Go ahead.
Neither keepeth at home.
He go everywhere. He don't keep home. He don't just stay where he's supposed to be from. Go ahead.
Who enlarges?
Hey, he don't just stay up in the Caucasus Mountains where he's from. Up there in Georgia, Russia. He don't stay up there. He came down. He spread himself everywhere with his evil. Go ahead.
Who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Everywhere he go, it turned to hell. Democracy turned to hell. You know, in Tel Aviv, they got gay parades out there in Tel Aviv. In the motherland, in our land, they got gay parades in Tel Aviv. And they act like they righteous people. I'm telling you, these people's minds ain't right. They Satan on this earth. He said everywhere he go, he enlarges his desire as hell. Go ahead.
And is as death. And cannot be satisfied.
Because everywhere he goes, death follow that. Killing, death follow that. And what?
And is as death. and cannot be satisfied.
He cannot be satisfied. This bastard can't be satisfied. He won't stop. He won't stop until he try to wipe everybody off the face of the damn earth. Go ahead.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
That's what he do. He gathereth unto him all nations.
And heapeth unto him all people.
And that's America, but it's Israel too. Because remember last week, he said, America, you are big Satan, and we are little Satan. You can forget what he said. They won. They two dragons on one body. They two heads on one body. They ain't separate. He said, you are big Satan, and we are little Satan. Read that bottom part again.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
They gather unto them all nations.
And heapeth unto him all people.
And he heaped them all people. Give me Ezekiel 3. This bastard right here, I'm telling you, but it's our fault. We got to get it right, y'all. That's why he talks so cocky like that, because they already said in Lamentation 2. Hold on, get that real quick. I wasn't thinking about that, but you get Lamentation 2 and 15 for me real quick. Lamentation 2:15 for me real quick.
The book of Lamentation, chapter 2.
This is what happened. That's why they arrogant and cocky talk like that. Go ahead.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
That's us. They clap their hand, they hiss, and wave their hand at us. Go ahead.
Saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
They said, is this Jerusalem? Is this God chosen people? They supposed to be the salt of the earth? Is this them living in the ghettos, in the poverty, killing each other, skid row, drugged out, gang banging, prostitution and pimping? This supposed to be God people? Go ahead.
The joy of the whole earth?
We're supposed to be the joy of the whole earth. That's what they're saying. Are they a joy of the whole earth? Look at the condition they in. Go ahead.
All thine enemies.
Who?
All thine enemies.
All our enemies
have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up.
They say we swallowed her up. We got them living in impoverished homes. Remember last week, the house, that apartment, they broke the damn lady apartment up and tried to get her to move out. They did that to many people. In NYCHA, in the housing department in New York, they cut the heat off. Had them living in molded houses, molded apartments and all that. Yo, them people is evil as hell, I'm telling you. This Bible got them down to a T. Read.
We have swallowed her up.
We have swallowed her up.
Certainly, this is the day that we looked for.
This is the day we waited for. What day they waited for? For us to go against our God. For us to stop keeping the laws. For God to turn his back on us and put us in slavery. That's what they waited for. They waited for that day, God.
We have found. We have seen it.
They found it and they seen it. They seen us fall. They seen the great fall of Israel. They said, we taking their land. We taking their name. We taking their customs. We taking it all from them. They can't wait to get their hands on that thing. Go ahead.
The Lord had done that which he had devised. He had fulfilled his word.
He fulfilled his word.
That he had commanded in the days of old.
What the word he commanded in the days of old? Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28, that's the thing he fulfilled. He said, if we don't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, he will curse us. We've been cursing the city, cursing the field. All these curses we live in day in and day out. He said we'll be at our want of all things, for our clothes, for our water, for all things. We need toilet tissue, anything, we got to go to the enemies. We need death certificate, birth certificate, we got to go to the enemies. Everything he said he was going to do, he did it. And that's the day they said they was waiting for. They telling you they was waiting. Read that at 17 again.
The Lord had done that which he had devised. He had fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He had thrown down and had not pitied.
He thrown us down and have not pitied, God.
And he had caused thine enemy.
Who?
He had caused thine enemy.
He caused our enemies
to rejoice over thee.
That's what they doing. That's why that guy could get up there and talk like that. That's rejoicing. That's the pride of him, knowing that we went against our God. Knowing our people still out there lost. Knowing our people, a lot of our people ain't coming back. You understand? They know that already. Go ahead.
He hath set up the horn of thine adversaries.
Go back. Go back to Ezekiel. Let me read that real quick. I wasn't going to Lamentation, but when I heard that, that just came to my mind about that bastard up there. Give me Ezekiel 3 and 5.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 5.
Come on.
For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech.
He ain't sent us to these other nations. Go ahead.
And of a hard language.
And that's why they mad, because he never sent us to them. He said, go to your people. Go to your people. Don't go to the strangers. Go to your people. Go ahead.
But to the house of Israel.
But to who?
But to the house of Israel.
That's why they mad as hell. Because they sold their birthright and they gone. You understand? They sold their birthright and they mad as hell now. That's why we're going to have beef to the end of time. From Rebecca womb all the way to now, to this day, we still battling and fighting them. You understand? I'm talking about we battling, we fighting, we steady going at it. Right now is a great awakening. It's good against evil. You understand? Righteousness against unrighteousness. Right against wrong. Truth against a lie. We in a full-fledged battle today. I'm telling you. Y'all men better wake up and realize that we in a full-fledged battle right now. Good against evil. It's going to turn up more and more and more. Just good against evil. And the Most High got to step in and defend us. We ain't got to do nothing. Most High going to turn around and say, hey, Russia, you here. China, you here. Iran, you here. And we're going to corner her off. We're going to corner this profitable place off and blow it off the face of the earth. That's what he's going to do. Then he's going to go back and then he's going to go and destroy a lot of them after that. You understand? But that's what's going to happen. Read that.
Not to many people of a strange speech.
He ain't speaking us to the people of a strange speech. Go ahead.
And of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them.
So if he sent us to the Amalek talking Yiddish, if he sent us to Moab, if he sent us to the Arabs, if he sent us to the East Indians, they would have loved this truth. They would have did every damn thing he told them to do. But since he didn't send his word to them, they mad as hell. All of them had us enslaved. We built the wall in China. We out there in India, the CDs, they call us the untouchables. They don't want to deal with us. You understand? They said, nah, them blacks, no, we ain't dealing with them. Everywhere we go, we at the bottom. Everybody got their hand around our neck. I don't care what country you going right now. Our people there, we at the bottom. Trust me. I'm talking about as a nation. I ain't talking about no one or two individuals. As a nation, we're there, but we at the bottom. You understand? Because the curses of God is on us. Go ahead.
Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
And they would have listened to him. Go back. Let me finish this damn guy off.
And depressed nations.
You getting started back?
What can we do? We are here, and we're not going anywhere, but to spread light and goodness and happiness.
Think about this. Job 14:4 said, how can you bring a clean thing out of an unclean? He told me he did to spread the light, the joy, the happiness. God said everywhere they go, they're enlarging their desire as death. Hell and death. Everywhere they go. But he said they're there to spread the light. You understand? Woe unto them that call good evil and evil good. You understand? Go ahead.
The sad and depressed nations, what can we do? You lost your opportunity when Hashem offered you to accept the Torah and you rejected it. And we, before even hearing and understanding what it's all about.
They supposed to be the Jews. He said before we heard it and understood what it was all about. If they supposed to be the Jew, they supposed to have it all the time. You see how they lie and tell on themselves? They supposed to have that all the time because they supposed to be the chosen people from back with Adam all the way down through Moses, all the way down to today. But he said if we would have had it, when he heard it, go ahead and play that part again.
And we said, Naaseh v'nishma.
Go back a little.
We're going to.
Just a little, yeah.
And depressed nations, what can we do? You lost your opportunity when Hashem offered you to accept the Torah and you rejected it. And we, before even hearing and understanding what it's all about, we took it. And we said, Naaseh v'nishma. We're going to keep whatever you're going to command us to. And when we did so, we accepted two crowns. Crown in this world and crowned of the world to come.
Hold that. Let me get this last thing real quick. Give me Exodus. I can't take it. Give me Exodus 4 and 6. Yeah, give me Exodus 4 and 6. Because remember, he's supposed to be the people of Moses. He's supposed to be an Israelite. Look how he's sitting there. Look how red he is sitting there. He ain't even from the lineage of Jacob. That's what makes it so bad. That's why they can't defend what they say. Bishop said, sit down, have a conversation, let's go over the scriptures. They don't want to do that because they don't deal with the Bible. You understand? They that red man that's hairy all over like a garment. But read this in 4 and 6. Let's see how Moses looked.
The book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 6. And the Lord said, furthermore unto him, put now thine hand into thy bosom.
He said, Moses, put your hand into your bosom. Put your hand into your shirt. Go ahead.
And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
What color is snow? Yeah, he put his hand and came out. His hand was white. You know, oh, man. Go ahead.
And he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again.
He said, put your hand back into your shirt. Go ahead.
And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh.
His other flesh had to be what color? Black. Black. He pulled it out, it was white. That was a miracle. If I'm white and I put my hand in my shirt and put it out in the same color, what a miracle at? You understand? He put it in there, he pulled it out and see it was white. Oh, man, God damn. He said, put it back. He pulled it back out again. It was a regular color. So how this man going to sit there and act like he the original person, like he the Jew? We can't play with these demons. They got a bunch of demons. Give me that next video.
There are some people who think that like black people or Africans are the real Jews, and we're just these like European colonials, fake Jews.
Or new Jews or something.
New Jews.
Oh, why can't he think about who he was? They think we some European. You're supposed to know. You want to know right away. I'm telling you, listen, Most High is exposing these demons. He is exposing these demons right here, man. This guy says some people. Go ahead, play it.
So here's the thing, like, there are African groups that claim to be Israelite tribes. We actually visited one. There was a...
He said there are people that claim to be Israelite tribes, right? Then he said we visit one. He didn't say tribe, he said tribes. Then he said we visit one. Let me minimize saying that the blacks are the Jews. We visited one. Go ahead.
Took a trip as part of a mission to Nigeria. A lot of Igbo people believe they're a lost tribe of Israel.
So we
actually made a connection because we're Rhode Island, and Rhode Island does these things.
He said a lot of Igbo, right? He said a lot of Igbo. Igbos are the Nigerians. You understand? Yorubas and Igbos are the Nigerians. Go ahead.
Where like the Igbo people of Nigeria and the Rhode Island Jewish community like connected, and they sent a couple of tribal elders here, and then we went to the Igbo land in Nigeria. Me and my friend Shai Afsai, nice, who led the trip, and my wife Naomi. It was a great time of like, and like they're doing a Jewish thing there in Nigeria, and so like that's real. That's legit.
Put that back a second. We said they doing what over there? They doing what?
So like that's real.
Remember,
like, that's
they ain't
legit.
with them. They in Africa. But he said they doing Jewish stuff over there. You understand? How? Because they're the people of God. Go ahead.
In Nigeria. And so like that's real. Like that's legit. And like they're doing a Jewish thing there in Nigeria. And so like that's real. Like that's legit.
Give me that map. Give me that map. Look, Negro land right here. Over there, that's Nigeria over there. That's all Nigeria over there, Negro land. Blow it up even more. Put it up. Let me see the bottom. Now you look at the bottom, slave coast, Kingdom of Judah or Kingdom of Waita, slave coast. That's where Elmino Castle at. That's where the door of no return at. That's where they brought all the blacks from. A lot of blacks came to Nigeria and all these other places, Benin and all of them. They brought them over there to the Castle of No Return. I mean, the door of no return to Elmino Castle and send us to America. Send us to the Caribbean islands and all that. How the hell, he's talking about he over there and they doing the Jewish thing. This in the 1700s, this map. It's called Negro land. It ain't called Jewish land. It's called Negro land, the kingdom of Judah. Why he ain't bring that up? So I read from over there, why they ain't bring them damn people is liars, y'all. You got to realize we not playing with them. Playtime is over now. Now they woke up a sleeping lion with their lies, and they calling us out, and every time something happened, they try to blame on us. No, now we're going to show them, thus saith the Lord. That was called Negro land over there in Nigeria. Right under it in Ghana, that's called Ghana now, it was called Slave Coast. You had the Gold Coast, you had Tube Coast, you had the Grain Coast over there, right up over what's the upper at. Yep, that's the Grain Coast right there. That was all us over there. We was running all West Africa. We lived in Nigeria. We lived in Congos. We was all through there. We came down in 70 AD and came down and followed the Blue Nile. We went into them places, Uganda, Kenya, and all them places. We stopped everywhere, and we made our way. The bulk of us made our way right over here to the west coast of Africa. So go back to that. Read that. Let me go to the bottom. Now, who pointing at that sign? Who pointing at that sign? A Negro. He pointing at the sign and say Negro land. This was in the 1700s. They made this. We ain't make this. They made that. So the truth going to come out regardless. Psalms 85 and 11 real quick. So after that, get that other one ready with the hats.
The book of Psalms, chapter 85, verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth.
What going to spring out?
Truth shall spring out of the earth.
The truth going to spring out of the earth, y'all. There's no more hiding than truth. God himself said truth going to spring out the earth. Truth, regardless of how they try to hide it, the Most High just going to bring it out. We're just going to be seeing, people going to be sending stuff to us. We're going to be seeing things, books they've been trying to hide for years and years. All these things are going to come out right now. He said truth going to spring out the earth. Go ahead.
And righteousness shall look down from heaven.
And righteousness is going to look down from heaven. Play this next one. They got to have a ball on their head. And I want to know the scripture says we have a ball on your head. Ho. What is that? What? He didn't say the Bible said it. He said the Talmud said. The Talmud said, cover your head in order that the fear of heaven, go ahead. Let me read. Go ahead. May be upon you. Hold that. We're going to come right back here. Freeze it right. We're going to start right back from there. Give me that 1 Corinthians 11:3. See, that's why they don't mess with the New Testament. That's why because they know their demise is in there, and they don't want to hear that. They don't want to see that. They ain't reading the Bible anyway. Even the Torah they ain't reading, or the Tanakh. They not reading neither one of them books anyway. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is Christ. Go ahead.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of every woman is the man.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is God. Go ahead.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Who's the head? Christ. Christ is the head. That's why they don't deal with Christ. They don't deal with the New Testament. They don't deal with the Bible. What they doing here is all oral laws. They can't defend this garbage that they doing because it's not coming from the Bible. It's coming from man. That's what the scripture. Hold on, give me that Jeremiah 17 and 5 real quick.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
God said, cursed be the man that trusts in a man. Man gave an oral law and told him you could do that. Man gave him that oral law and said, you can sleep with a child as long as they 3 years and 1 day. The sex from a 9-year-old is different from a sex from an 8-year-old. That's what Bishop Kanal was showing the other day. That's some evil. That's evil as hell what they've been doing. That's what Deacon IBL was showing the other day out of the Talmud. How they be thinking, how their thought process is. It's all evil. It's nothing in there biblical. Nothing they say is biblical. Nothing they do is biblical. The menorah is how many arms? How many branches? Why they got 9? Everything they do is opposite of what God said do. I'm telling y'all. But our people so asleep out there, they see them people nowhere in the world, nowhere in the scripture tell you to wear a damn bang at the side of your head. Where they get all this from? The Talmud. Go back and play it. God said, take the damn thing off your head. They want to put it on their head. Go ahead. That's all I want. That's all. I can't take them bastards, man. I'm telling you. They come up with all made up stuff and expect us to sit back and be quiet while they trying to take our heritage from us. They take our customs from us. Oh, none of that got nothing to do with us. None of that. Give me that next video. You got to really hear these people. I'm telling you, it's going to fall. Every time we do something, we're going to get on them. We're going to expose their lies. Our people going to wake up one way or another. I'm talking about the righteous people who's supposed to get this word. They're going to hear it. They're going to see these lies. Go ahead.
Every nation.
Because all the other nations he said was right, but look why he throw this one in there. Go ahead.
Were world empires, the Sumerians, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, the Persian Empire. They wanted to destroy us. And these are the most powerful, magnificent civilizations that walk the earth. And they are all in the dust. They are gone. They are simply memories in history. And the little nation they wanted to destroy is still here. Indeed, it is a miracle. If you ask me why, how do I explain it rationally? The short answer is there is no rational explanation, and that is precisely the proof that God must have created us or designated us for a special purpose.
Go back 20 seconds. Don't let this get by what he said right here.
Is still here. Indeed, it is a miracle. If you ask me why, how do I explain it rationally? The short answer is there is no rational explanation.
He said he can't explain it rationally why they still here and they supposed to be the Jews. But you know what? We are here and we're going to explain it. You understand? We're going to explain that out of the Bible why we're here. He said, you ask him, he can't explain why they're here rationally. They don't read the Bible, I'm telling you. These people are demons. They come, give me that. It just popped out my head just now. Give me 2 Corinthians. Where was that? I'm going to come back. 2 Corinthians 11 and 13. It's around 13, I think. He said rationally he can't explain why the Israelites are still here.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers.
Deceitful workers.
Transforming themselves.
What them did?
Transforming themselves.
They put a half a bra on their head, put some Shirley Temple bangs on their head. They put a black suit on. They try to act like they black to the ground. Go ahead.
Into the apostles of Christ.
They turn themselves into the apostles of Christ. Go ahead.
And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
So don't be shocked because Satan himself transformed himself to be something righteous. You understand? He fooled the world. He got the world in foolish. He fooled the world with his TV, with his music, with his politics, with his educational system. He the one that destroyed this place. He turned himself into an angel of light. Go ahead. Pantry line. They started the NAACP. They started this. They help the poor. They give this. You understand? They give low housing and all. I'm telling you, them guys are demons. Read that again, 14.
And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed.
So it shouldn't be a shock if his kids also being transformed to something righteous. They're evil as hell, but they transform themselves to something righteous. We gotta listen. We gotta be listening. Anytime I hear them bastards talk, I'm like this. I'm gonna pick apart every word. I'm gonna get them because they're gonna lie. They don't do nothing but lie. Remember, in Deacon IBL class, they said it's nothing wrong with you lying to a goyim long as you don't do it to your own. There's nothing wrong with stealing Long as you don't do it to your own people. You can steal from a goyim. That's anybody outside of being Jewish. You can steal from them. You can lie to them. You can kill them. And everything is all right long as it's outside of them. You understand? Evil. Evil. That's that damn Talmud. Evil. Read. That was it?
There's more. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works.
They finish. They finish. They cause hell all over this earth. That's why God said, I'm going to get them off this earth forever and ever and ever. He ain't going to play with them. Give me Jeremiah. That's what I wanted. Jeremiah 31:35.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light.
We're going to explain the rationality of the Israelites still being here on this earth. We're going to explain it to the people if they can't. Because they're not the people, they can't explain it. So that's why we here to give the answers to our people. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed...
He said, if the ordinances depart from him,
then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation.
That's why we can't go nowhere. That's why we're here forever and ever and ever and ever. He said, if the sun and the moon stop, then the seed of Israel going to cease. Go ahead.
If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever.
That's why we ain't going nowhere. Because the sun and the moon go up like they supposed to, day in and day out. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord.
They can't even get to heaven. How the hell are they going to measure it? The Most High ain't no joke. He said, y'all here forever and never because y'all my chosen. Nobody going to do y'all no harm. I'm talking about far as, remember, we don't die, we multiply. We keep coming back more and more and more. They struggling to heaven. We keep coming, we keep mass producing, you understand? Because the Most High Spirit is in us to get that done. But he said, if all these things stop, then the seed of Israel will stop as well. That's why we still here, because God himself has, give me that in Malachi 3:6. God himself has have us here. I'm telling you, all them lies going to cease, man. God's sending them right now, ceasing the desist letter. This God, his Bible sending them a cease and desist letter. Go ahead.
The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
You what?
I change not.
He said, I don't change.
Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
That's why we are not consumed. That's why we still here. That's why we ain't going nowhere. Get comfortable, y'all. Y'all might go, y'all might die, but you're coming back. In Lord's will, you know, you're coming back. If it's Lord's will, you understand? We make it to the kingdom. We're going to be here forever and never. And never and never and never. Let me get 1 Chronicles 17. I want you to read through this. I ain't going to even slow you down because you know what? It sounds so good. This right here sounds so good to me, y'all. Start at 19. 1 Chronicles 17 and 19.
1 Chronicles chapter 17, verse 19.
Read through 19 and 24. Read that.
O Lord, for thy servant's sake, and according to thine heart, and according to thine own heart, hast thou done all this greatness, and making known all these great things.
I told you, he make known to us all these great things. That's why we know who is who and what's what on this earth. They don't got no clue because they ain't the people of God. They'll never know. Go ahead.
O Lord, there is none like thee, neither is there any God beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel?
What one people in the earth are like Israel? Who went through the atrocities we went through on this earth, man? Since we've been created, you know the hell we've been going through on this earth? How many captivities we've been in on this earth? We've been passed around. Can we keep rebelling against God? All these nations that he put to serve us, We've been serving them only time we had any type of comfort was 80 years between David and Solomon. All them other years, we kept going back into slavery. Kept suffering slavery. Go ahead.
And what one nation in the earth is like thy people Israel, whom God went to redeem to be his own people, to make thee a name of greatness.
Oh, you can't let that go by. He said, God went to redeem them. God wanted to get us. Nobody else. God wanted to get us. You understand? Like you got that burning building. You see that man come run up in the building and drags somebody out that burning building. That's God. Every time he always run and deliver us from whatever atrocities or whatever slavery or whatever hard times we go. He always come and redeem us. He said God has redeemed to his own. God has redeemed to be his own people. Go ahead.
To make thee a name of greatness and terribleness by driving out nations from before thy people, whom thou hast redeemed out of Egypt. For thy people Israel didst thou make thine own people forever, and thou, Lord, becamest their God. Therefore now, Lord, let the thing that thou hast spoken concerning thy servant and concerning his house be established forever. And do as thou hast said. Let it even be established, that thy name may be magnified forever.
Oh, his name may be magnified forever. Go ahead.
Saying, the Lord of hosts is the God of Israel.
Saying the Lord of hosts is the God of Israel. Nobody else, the God of Israel. Go ahead.
Even a God to Israel.
Even a God to Israel. He ain't just a God of Israel. He a God to Israel. Oh, man. Yo, listen, this is beautiful. I'm telling you. That's why we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going, this is our earth. That's our sun. That's our moon. Them our trees out there. That's our water because God gave them to us. Read.
And let the house of David, thy servant, be established before thee.
And let the house of David be established before thee. Let me get this last one in 1 Peter 2. Then I'm switching lanes. Time is up. God sending you a deceased and sister letter. 1 Peter 2 and 9.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9.
The gig is up. Give it up. Take that black coat off. Go ahead.
But ye are a chosen generation.
We are what?
But ye are a chosen generation. A royal priesthood.
We are a royal priesthood.
And holy nation. A peculiar people.
We special people. We are special people. Go ahead.
That ye should show forth the praises of him who had called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
He's saying again, I called y'all out of darkness to this marvelous light. I call you out from the shadow of death to be with me once again. You understand? He calling us out. He redeeming us. He helping us through these trials and tribulation, through our ups and downs, through us being a nothing slave for over 400 years here in America. Free labor, Jim Crow, black codes. We made it through all that. And not just us. I'm talking about us as a whole, but not just the blacks. You had the Native American, Wounded Knee. They got killed up there in South Dakota, North Dakota, and all them places. Trail of Tears. Who went through what we went through? You had the Northern Kingdom over here. Get the whole damn western part of America, took it from them. Stole from them. And say, now you're the legal immigrant. Now you can't come past our wall. You can't come over here without the right paperwork. That's some evil, I'm telling you. Hey, well, you know, I went to down here, Tijuana, and I seen a license plate. I said, it said Baja, California. I said, yo, I asked the bro, I said, what Baja, California mean? They said Lower California. I said, what? Lower California? They giving it up right there. They said Tijuana is Lower California. So where the Upper California at? Why they ain't owning the Upper California like they supposed to? I'm telling you, some evil people, y'all. We live in the evil times, man. Read.
Which in time past were not a people.
So in time past, we wasn't a people. Go ahead.
but are now the people of God.
How we become the people of God? Because God redeemed us. God called us. God brought us back, you know what I'm saying? To being under his wing. So, I got one more I want to speak about. Give me that long jacket, the long black jacket.
Hi, I'm Moshe Friedman. I'm the rabbi of Northwood United Synagogue. So this week's question is, why do some Jews wear black hats and long black coats? Well, this is especially true for the Haredi community, which is a very diverse community with many different groups and sects. Now, Haredim wear these sorts of styles of clothing sometimes because it's based on the particular mode of dress that existed at a particular place where that sect originated in Europe or in other places. In fact, in Hasidic circles, the dress reflects usually what the Rebbe, the Hasidic leader, would wear or had worn at a particular time in history. And they have taken that mode of dress for all of the Hasidim of that particular group. Why should it be that way? Well, as we know, dress is very significant. The way that we dress determines our identity, which social groups...
That's it! I can't take it no more. Give me Jeremiah 14:2. He said they wear that to identify who they are. No, we're going to see why they wearing it. We're going to see the lies they be telling. They wear it to identify themselves. Get the hell out of here. I wear a Batman cape to say I'm Batman. Listen, these guys, the gig is up.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and against thereof languish.
So Judah in mourning, and our leaders, we languishing. Go ahead.
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
He's talking about the people of Judah. They are black. Go ahead.
Unto the ground.
That's why they wear that. Black hat, black jacket, black pants, black shoes. Who wear the same clothes, same color damn clothes every day? Who do that? Who come out with the same clothes on every day? I ain't saying they wearing the same clothes, but the same outfits, the same color, white shirt, black pants, black jacket, black shoes, black hat. Who do that? That's the only one. The seed of Satan. You try to fool people all these years. Read that again. They wear that to say they black to the ground. You understand? That's the real reason. But you see how quick they get up there a lot to identify who they are. If they all Jews, why the whole, the whole culture, the Jewish culture, why all of them ain't wearing black all the way down then? It was to identify you. Read that again.
Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black.
He said they. He said the clothes. He said the garment. He said the color of the garment, the color of the hat. He said they are black.
They are black unto the ground.
So you go get some dirt. It's light brown, and the deeper you go, the darker it get. You understand? They are black into the ground. Good?
And the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
And the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. So everything these guys say, you got to go back and they be lying. I'm telling you. They're terrible lies at that. But you know why they can lie? Because our people don't read. Our people don't study. Our people, first thing they hear, they run with it. You understand? First thing they hear, they believe in it. Them people can say anything. Oh, Kanye is a lie. He anti-Semitic. What do you do? What do you say? I didn't get it. What do you say? No, he said he's Jewish, but I mean, he said he a Jew. No. He said he a Jew. What the crime at? I thought they wanted the people to be Jews. I thought they wanted the people to convert. The truth is, because he said all blacks are Jews. You understand? So this truth gonna come out, and we're gonna be justified at the end of this war, man. God said this war is already won. The only thing we gotta endure, and you know what? We're gonna have fun exposing them. They're going to get mad. The dragon going to get wroth. The dragon going to try to kill us. The dragon going to try to do all type of things. The AI, that voice recording thing they got now. That AI, you make some. I seen the other day, this nigga had a scarf on looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm talking about he looked just like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but that was an AI thing they did. You would have said, damn, that's Arnold. But that's why I'm telling you, our people, we fool with the bewitching that they use on this damn monitor. You understand? The TV set or all these things like that. They brainwash us with that and make us believe everything we see. You understand? We don't even second guess it. No, that was him. I seen his face. I know him for years. Yeah, nah, that brother don't do that. That brother don't act like that. No, I seen his picture over there. He was sticking up a bank. I'm telling you, you're going to try all type of craziness with that AI. That's Satan himself giving him that power to try to slow us down so he could try to reign on this earth for a little while longer. He knows the time is coming short. You see the wars and rumors of wars. You see all these things going around the earth now, pestilence, supermarkets closing, stores closing all over the place. They said the ports became slow now. They say they slow now at the ports. A lot of these trucking ports, they slow down. So a lot of things is going on. Y'all got to be watching and praying. You understand? Paying attention to what's going on.
What is a nation?
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.